Hi guys, it's Matthew here. Welcome back into another video on my channel today. And in today's video, guys, I have another tier list for you all, guys, and this is my this is a tier list of movies from the 90s, as a matter of fact, and I'm really looking forward to doing this tier list, as a matter of fact, guys. So yeah, I realize it's been a little bit since I did a tier list, so I went on the Tier Maker website to see what different tier lists that they have, and I found this one of 32 different movies from the 90s that I thought would be a good idea to do a video on, as a matter of fact, guys. So yeah, guys, that is what I'm going to be doing here today in this video. Let me know down in the comment section, guys. Do you agree with my opinions? Do you not, as a matter of fact? So yeah, guys. Those of you guys that are new to the channel, I do more than just movies and TV related stuff. I also do Lego related stuff. I play video games. I also do haul and unboxing videos and stuff like that. So if that kind of stuff is your speed to watch on YouTube, guys, please make sure you go check out my channel, because there'll definitely be something in there for you to enjoy, as a matter of fact. But with all that, let's get a piece of dust or something right there on my screen. There we go. Okay. Well, with all that being said, though, guys, enjoy the video. Let's get started here. Okay. So we have our standard tiers here: S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, and F tier, as a matter of fact. So we are starting off this list with a very strong start, because we have Home Alone, and Home Alone is one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. And so yes, this one's going up into S here. Home Alone is just a classic, and it's always been a favorite Christmas movie of mine. And this is actually one of the most popular movies that they've done, where the concept has not been redone on other movies. Like, it's not a concept that's been like rehashed, and then that concept just gets weird out, as a matter of fact. So yeah, this is a good movie. Overall, it's a best of the best movie, even, as a matter of fact. And yeah, I think Macaulay Culkin, he was like, I don't even remember how old he was, but he was like 10 or something like that when he did this movie. I think his performance is really well done, and I also think Joe Pesci, and then the other guy that plays Marv, I don't remember his name at all, but yeah, all three of these actors do a great job in this movie specifically. Next up on our list, we have the first Jurassic Park. We have another S tier, as a matter of fact, because I actually have been a fan of the Jurassic Park franchise since I was 6 years old. I actually remember that my dad actually borrowed all three Jurassic Park movies from a friend, and then we watched all three of them together. And then by the time that the first Jurassic World came around, I was really excited to go see that movie, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I have been a huge fan of this franchise, and the first one remains the best, and it's the most beloved one, alongside the Jurassic World. I know a lot of you guys really like Jurassic World, but you still don't think it's anywhere near the quality of the first one. But personally, I actually enjoy the first Jurassic Park and the first Jurassic World both the same, as a matter of fact. So yeah, all of these movies are good, and the way that Jurassic World Rebirth ended, I cannot wait to see these movies continue. Next up, we have Matilda, and um, this was a movie I watched growing up, and I was so tired of it. I mean, this movie has like a lot of funny moments in it, and it's a really cute movie. From the way that they did it, as a matter of fact, I have not watched this movie in a long time. I I should I should probably give this movie a rewatch before I put it any higher than C tier. But yeah, I don't think this is like a flan out horrible movie or like a forgettable movie per se. But I remember not liking this movie as a kid, but as I've gotten older, I've grown to enjoy this movie a little bit more. But I need to rewatch it again to get my thoughts straight. But yeah, it's oh, I put it in B tier. I meant I meant to put it in C tier, as a matter of fact. But yeah, it's so yeah, I need to get my thoughts. I need to watch it again to get my thoughts more clear on it. So that way I can form like a better opinion about it, as a matter of fact. But as of right now, it's only getting up to C tier. Next up on our list, we have Hercules, and to be honest, I am not a fan of Hercules, as a matter of fact. Like I actually remember watching this movie like once, and I remember not really enjoying it that much. And then I watched it a second time to see if I like it the other way around, because sometimes when you watch a movie more than once, you're a and sometimes when you give a movie a second watch, you end up liking it a little bit better. But that was not the case for Hercules for me. I actually think that this is a forgettable Disney movie. So I am actually gonna throw this one into D tier, because I just think it's forgettable. I don't think it's a bad movie at all. It's just it's just not a movie that I think that I think fits the Disney genre or is memorable in the Disney genre. Like, yeah, it's just not my kind. It's just not my kind of movie, as a matter of fact. And to be honest, I never understood the wide appeal of this movie, as a matter of fact. Now we have Alien 3, as a matter of fact. So now this movie specifically, I know a lot of people don't like this movie, but out of the other Alien movies that we have gotten, I actually think some of these are significantly better than I actually, sorry guys, I can't speak right now. I actually think Alien 3 is significantly better than a lot of the other Alien movies, as a matter of fact, because I am not a fan of Alien Resurrection at all. I do not like Alien Resurrection at all whatsoever, as a matter of fact. And I think this movie, I even think it's better than both of the Alien versus Predator movies. Even I even think it's better than like Prometheus and Alien Covenant. I'm not a fan of those movies because they just feel unnecessary. I feel like doing like a third Alien movie was more necessary than just constantly doing prequels in this franchise, because Aliens, the sequel, just it just kind of got left open for another movie. So to me, this movie would make more sense to do than a than just than just doing multiple prequels. That's just my opinion though. Next up on our list, we have the original Jumanji, and I'm just gonna cut right to the chase, guys. I do not like the original Jumanji. I know I get it if you guys like this movie, and I get it if you guys grew up with it, but for me personally, this movie just doesn't work for me. This movie is weird. This movie is just straight up weird, and I just do not like the concept of this movie. Like I actually like I actually really enjoy the ones that they did with The Rock and Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Karen Gillan better than this movie. And we're actually getting a fourth Jumanji movie, and as far as I'm aware, it's not going to be anything like the original one. And I'm happy it's not because the last two Jumanji movies I think are great, and I do not want them to end up like this first one did. I own this movie mainly because my mom is mainly because my mom likes this movie, but personally I just prefer to watch the other two over this. Next up on our list, we have Scream. So now, Scream is actually one of my favorite horror franchises, as a matter of fact. I'm actually going to put it behind Home Alone because I've been a fan of Home Alone longer than Scream, and Scream I didn't pick up until later in life, as a matter of fact. But yeah, Scream is one of my favorite horror genres of all is one of my favorite horror franchises, and also I really understood the massive appeal of this movie. I actually think it's really well done, that this movie is really well done as well. And the guy and the mastermind behind this movie, Wes Craven, is a great director in my personal opinion, as a matter of fact. So yeah, there I don't even have to list off why that movie straight up goes up into S tier, as a matter of fact. So, next up on our list, we have Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and this is going at the top of S tier because I do not understand why people hate on The Phantom Menace so much. Like, if you had to ask me what do I think is like the most underrated Star Wars movie, it's Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Why do people hate on this movie? It's not that bad of a movie at all. Because to be honest, I'm a fan of the prequels, and I love the original trilogy as well. And The Phantom Menace it's not my favorite Star Wars movie, but but for me it's easily one of my top 5 favorite Star Wars movies though. And yes, this is a great movie overall, and to be honest, this was actually the first Star Wars movie to make $1 billion, regarded that some people say that this is the worst Star Wars movie ever. Ooh, Beauty and the Beast, going straight up into S. If you guys have followed me for any determined amount of time, you guys already know that I'm a big fan of Beauty and the Beast, and this is arguably my favorite Disney movie. I like the Enchanted Christmas, and the live action one I actually think is really good too. Out of the live action remakes, the live action Beauty and the Beast is my favorite, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I don't even have to list off why that movie goes into S tier, as a matter of fact. Next up on our list, we have Hook. This is another Robin Williams movie from the 90s, and I'm gonna get hate for doing this, but this is another one that's going into F tier, as a matter of fact. To be honest, guys, I don't hate Robin Williams. I actually really like him as an actor, and I also really like him as a comedian as well. But a lot of the early stuff that he did, I did not care for. And Hook and Jumanji, I straight up did not care for. I never even watched Patch Adams because I was not a fan of the concept of that movie. So yeah, these two movies I just don't enjoy at all whatsoever. If you guys love these movies, I get it, because if you grew up watching both of these movies, that means you have nostalgia for these movies and think they're great and entertaining. But in my opinion, I don't care for them at all whatsoever. So yeah, these are easily two of Robin Williams's worst movies, as a matter of fact. Happy Gilmore. That this is not an S tier movie for me, but that one's definitely straight up going into A, as a matter of fact. So to prepare for Happy Gilmore 2, I actually last month I watched Happy Gilmore for my very first time, and honestly, the Happy Gilmore what was a great movie. I actually laughed at this movie very hard, and yeah, this movie was just straight up funny. For some, this movie was just straight up funny. It was a good comedy written by Adam Sandler, as well, as a matter of fact. If you guys love the first Happy Gilmore, but if you haven't seen Happy Gilmore 2, you need to watch Happy Gilmore 2, because I will say it's just as good as the first one, but that is just my personal opinion, though. Next up on our list, we have Pocahontas. This is obviously another movie from Disney, and I actually really enjoy Pocahontas, but it's not one of my favorites per se. So I'm gonna cursor is being weird. So I'm gonna put it in B. I think it's a solid Disney movie, but it's not. But it's never been one of my favorites. So yeah, it's a good movie. And I like how we have a Disney princess that was based on a real person, as a matter of fact. And this movie, I don't think the soundtrack is as good as like some other Disney movie soundtracks, but but this one does have the soundtrack in this one isn't bad, as a matter of fact. So yeah, this is a good movie overall. Edward Scissorhands. This one I'm gonna stick up. I'm also gonna stick up in A. Maybe not quite. Maybe not quite. I'm not gonna put it above Happy Gilmore. I'm gonna stick it right there in A, as a matter of fact. I enjoy Edward Scissorhands. This was a first time watch for me a couple of year like 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 2 years ago, because I watched this in film is lit class, and this movie I actually thought was pretty good. Like almost anything that Johnny Depp is a good movie. He gives a great performance, and every time he gets put to screen. And yeah, he is like such a good move. He is like a good actor overall, and this is a really solid movie overall as well. Next up on our list, we have Tarzan. And Tarzan, mm, uh, I'm gonna stick it in C. This is another one that's never been one of my favorites, but it's another movie that I it's a Disney movie that I really enjoyed, but it's never been like, oh yeah, that's one of the greatest Disney movies of all time. It has one of my favorite Disney characters. The soundtrack in that movie is one of the best ever. Like I've never been like real crazy about Tarzan, but I enjoy this movie because I'm an animal lover, and this movie is personally okay in my opinion. And yeah, I don't think it's good or like bad or something. It just falls in to the middle. So for me, it's just a mid-tier Disney movie as a matter of fact. Next up on our list, we have Aladdin, and this one is straight up going into S tier right next to Beauty and the Beast. Like, if you guys have also followed me for any determined amount of time, you guys would also know that Aladdin is another favorite Disney movie of mine, and it's really solid overall, as a matter of fact. This is another one I don't have to list off why it's one of my favorite Disney movies of all time, but I think it's a great movie overall. Terminator 2 Judgment Day is up next. And this is another one that I am gonna put in S tier. Like, most people would say that this is like the best sequel ever made. And honestly, I don't disagree with that. It may not be like the number one best sequel in my opinion, but it's definitely a top 5, if not a top 3 best sequel of all time. And this is another one that I'm all like, yeah, if somebody invited me over to watch this movie for a movie night, I definitely I definitely would I definitely would say, yeah, let's go watch it. This is a great movie. Ooh, now we come to Space Jam. So now, I've never mind the Looney Tunes, as a matter of fact, guys, but honestly, I am not a fan of basketball, so that is why this movie is gonna go in D tier for me, just because I enjoy this movie a little bit more. I'm gonna put it above Hercules, but yeah, I did not enjoy Space Jam because I am not a fan of I am not a fan of Space Jam because I it's mainly because I am not a fan of basketball, and that's why it goes down into D tier, because yeah, I am just not a fan of this movie. Like, anything else basically, besides that involves the Looney Tunes, besides Space Jam, I tend to like, as a matter of fact. But unfortunately, I do not care for Space Jam. But I don't think it's an outright bad movie, but it's definitely forgettable in some ways. So for me, it's going to go to D tier. Next up on our list, we have The Matrix. And um, I would put this one in S, but seeing all the other stuff I have in S tier, I'm gonna put it in A tier because I can't go quite that high, as a matter of fact. But with this movie in particular, I really enjoy the first Matrix. Actually, the first two Matrix movies, I really enjoy. I enjoy the first one and the second one. Plus, I actually think The Matrix Reloaded is an underrated sequel. And this is one of Keanu Reeves's best performances of all time. And some people would even say that this movie and some people would even say that this movie is that this is like a top tier sci-fi movie, and I would 100% agree with with that, because honestly, all of these movies are good as a matter of fact. Next up on our list, we have Hocus Pocus, and this is another one I'm gonna actually stick up in S tier as a matter of fact. Who doesn't like Hocus Pocus? This was another movie I watched every Halloween growing up, and the soundtrack in this movie is killer. I Put a Spell on You, all of like the different music that's put into this, the costume designs are very well done as well. And also, this is a favorite of my mom and my nana's to watch every single Halloween. And honestly, I watch it every single Halloween because I know that they enjoy this movie as a matter of fact. Next up on our list, um we have Toy Story. And this honestly is easily still one of the best Pixar movies. Like it's one of the best Pixar movies because it was the first 3D animated movie to watch uh, that got released from Pixar. And yes, this is a great movie overall. And I actually am really excited to watch Toy Story 5. Even though some people are not happy that they're doing a fifth movie, but yeah, I don't even have to talk about this movie for very long because it's a great movie overall. Next up on our list we have Casper. I'm going to put this one in D tier because I've never been a fan of Casper at all. And so that's why this movie is forgettable for me. I'm just not a Casper fan, so yeah, that's why that movie goes into D tier for me. I'm sorry for any of you Casper fans out there, as a matter of fact. Next up on our list, we have the original It. And I am not a fan of the original It. I'm actually gonna stick it. Um, uh, I'm gonna put it at the back of F because to be honest, I am not a fan of the original It. I think it's mainly because I watched the original It first. I meant not the original It, the remake of It first. And the remake of It first, and then I watched the original one, and because the original one's like 3 hours long, it just felt completely drawn out when it wasn't really necessary. And I feel like with the remake of It, that was the way to go. They cut it into two movies, but that is not what they did with this, as a matter of fact. That was actually the case with Dune recently. Like, a lot of people didn't like the original adaptation of Dune because they had to cut certain parts of it out, and then in the movie they included everything in the book, and they included everything in the book, and then but because they cut that movie into two, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I'm not a fan of the original It. Up next, we have The Nightmare Before Christmas. I can't quite put this movie in S, but this is definitely gonna go pretty high up in A tier though. This is a great movie to watch every Halloween and Christmas. The soundtrack in this movie, this original character design of Jack Skellington from the... Sorry guys, I can't talk. The all these character designs, the soundtrack from Tim Burton. Tim Burton is a really good mastermind But when it comes to movies, as a matter of fact, I feel like Tim Burton is either one of those directors either you love or hate. But personally, I don't mind his work at all. Next up on our list, we have Liar Liar with Jim Carrey. And this is another one I am actually gonna put up in A tier, as a matter of fact. It's not quite S, but it's definitely a good comedy movie for me. And yes, every time that I watch a Jim Carrey movie, I don't think I react to it negative. I can't think of a Jim Carrey movie. Actually, I can think of one now. I actually did not care for the Truman Show. Like, there's very few Jim Carrey movies that I dislike, and I would say that they're flat out bad. But yeah, I enjoy Jim Carrey and his humor, and this movie's included with it. Ooh, now we got Anaconda. This is the very first Anaconda movie with Jennifer Lopez and Ice Cube. And I may get some flack for doing this, but I am actually going to put this one in B tier. Certainly because I enjoy this movie um, as um, as a guilty pleasure. I mean, I get it. This is not an outstanding movie or anything. It's not like one of the greatest movies of all time, obviously. But in my personal opinion, this is a guilty pleasure for me. So because of that, I have to give it a B. As a matter of fact, for what that movie delivers. As a matter of fact. Next up on our list, we have Forrest Gump. I am not a fan of this movie either, so I'm gonna be a little bit nicer um to the Forrest Gump fans and put it in C tier, just because I would rather watch this movie over Space Jam, Hercules, and Casper. But but in my opinion, I am not a fan of Forrest Gump. Like I just think what I really don't like about Forrest Gump is like all the drama added to that movie. Like if this movie was like lighter on the drama, I and had like more humor put into it, I would probably enjoy it a little bit more. But I acknowledge people say it's one of the greatest movies of all time. I acknowledge that people say that it's one of the greatest movies of all time. It's very well made, and it's very well shot, and it's a very well written movie as as well. But the but the but and I actually have the same opinion with the Shawshank Redemption. Like I don't like that movie because of all the drama that's put into it. And if that movie was lighter on the drama and then had like more humor put into it, I would enjoy it far more. Next up we have The Lion King, and this I am going to put this one, why can't I, there we go. I'm going to put this one in at the back of A tier. A lot of people say this is the greatest Disney movie of all time, and some people even say that this is like the greatest animated movie of all time in general. But personally, I think that that's pushing it, because I disagree. This this movie is a little bit overrated. And honestly, I do not get why people say that this is the greatest animated movie of all time. But because there's lots more out there, not Disney and non-Disney. Like Shrek is up there for me, Madagascar's up there for me. Like I'm all like, why? Why are people are people giving this movie the edge. I just don't. I just think people are just being too generous with this movie. But I still like the movie and think it's a great movie. But it's just one that I think people just need to calm down with. I know it's great, but it's not. No, it's just not one of the greatest. It's just not the greatest animated movie of all time. Next up, we have Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers, and if you guys saw the video I posted yesterday about the worst movies in movie franchises, you guys might know that I did mention that Halloween 3 Season of the Witch is actually the worst Halloween movie, but I also said in that video that I think the four worst Halloween movies are the two that Rob Zombie did: Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers and Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. So yeah, this movie is going in F tier, and this movie, in my opinion, just just doesn't just is just not very good, like all the other Halloween movies are. Like, this movie is just very boring and dull, and it's just hard it's just really hard to keep up with, because I think this movie is slowly moving, and yeah, I this is easily one of the worst movies in the franchise, in my opinion. But yeah, yeah, I just don't care for this movie overall. I just find it kind of boring. Next up on our list, we have this Godzilla movie from the 90's, and I like the Godzilla movies, but unfortunately, I don't care for this one. I actually remember watching this movie and not liking it. Other than that, I don't remember anything about this movie other than it was bad, because it probably came at a time where the Godzilla and King Kong movies weren't very good. Next up on our list, we have Halloween H2O, and this is easily one of the better Halloween movies. I would even say that this is like a top 5 Halloween movie, because how it picks up I like how it picks up the last time that we saw Laurie Strode in in the Halloween franchise, and then it picks up 20 years later. And I'm actually going to stick this one up in A tier. This is definitely a significant step up from Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers, in my opinion, because yeah, some people would probably consider this a legacy sequel, but Halloween 2018 is the one that's more considered a legacy sequel to this one. But yeah, we see Michael Myers coming back 20 years later, and same thing with Laurie Strode. She comes back 20 years later as well. But yeah, I want to see more of Laurie Strode in the Halloween franchise, but personally, I don't think the fan base is wanting Laurie Strode to come back. I think people are wanting to stop with that character and move on to like a new main protagonist that isn't Laurie Strode, as a matter of fact. But yeah, this movie's fine. This movie's pretty good overall, and this is easily one of the better Halloween movies. Next up on our list, we have The Lost World: Jurassic Park. And in my opinion, I like this movie, but I actually never thought it was better. It was better than the first movie. So I'm gonna put it in B. I think it's a good movie, but this movie in particular, what I straight up don't like about this movie is is the final act. Like one of the dumbest decisions in this entire franchise is when they bring the dinosaurs to the mainland, and they only do that because there's this greedy rich guy that just wants more money, and and he brings these dinosaurs to the mainland just to open a dinosaur petting zoo. So yeah, that's just a dumb decision. Like, go to like the original Jurassic abandoned park and then bring dinosaurs to the mainland. Like, that's just one of the dumbest decisions ever in the entire franchise. Like, they do the same thing in Fallen Kingdom, and that's also one of the dumbest decisions ever, as a matter of fact. But yeah, so this is a good movie, but I just think the final act has some problems, as a matter of fact. Next up on our list we have Alien Resurrection. And unfortunately, we are ending this tier list on a bad note because this movie is going straight into F tier. If my cursor can cooperate, please. There we go. It's going straight up into F tier. So aside from like all of like the Alien prequels, this is easily the worst Alien movie in my personal opinion, because I am not a fan of the storyline in this movie at all. I felt like they should have just ended with with Alien 3, as a matter of fact. And to be honest, I would not be interested in another Alien movie unless they were to do a legacy sequel and do a sequel to Alien Resurrection, and they get Sigourney Weaver back one more time for one last movie, as a matter of fact. So yeah, this overall, this is just not a good movie in my opinion. And yes, I would want to see a legacy sequel to this movie to see if they can approve on it a little bit more, as a matter of fact. But so yeah, guys, that was the 90s tier list that I wanted to do for today's video, as a matter of fact. Let me know, did you guys agree with most of these? Did you not? Keep it simple down in the comment section, guys, as a matter of fact. But without any further ado, guys, that is going to do it for this video, as a matter of fact. Be sure you hit that like button as well as that red subscribe button, but most importantly, make sure you press that notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. But without any further ado, guys, I'm going to go get ready back to more videos, because more videos are on the way sooner rather than later, as a matter of fact, guys. But with that said, though, guys, take care, drink water, and stay safe, and I will see you all in the very next video. Bye!